Legion Punishment Jungle. Man, you think you deploy to the jungle, the Foreign Legion doesn't go with you? You're tripping. In the jungle was some of the funniest punishments I've ever seen. So let's break into it. Well, let's talk about that thumbnail for a minute. That's me with a dude from Ukraine and a dude from Romania. Well, Transylvania, to be specific, he was actually my roommate. Had been in a few years before me, and he saw a flag. I'm like, what's that flag? He's like, Transylvania. I was like, man, is that a real place? Man, I thought that was just in the books where Dracula was from, but it is absolutely a real place. Well, the map's a little different after World War II, but check the history out on Transylvania. It's pretty interesting. But he spoke Romanian, even though it was technically in Hungary. So kind of an interesting piece. But anyway, I digress. That was us in front of the jungle before rolling out on a patrol in our outpost in front of that little river, that Amazon River. Just in front of that is, what do you know, a pyramid. And my South Korean buddy had pissed off one of our sergeants from Nepal, and he was kind of a loose cannon, this sergeant. And he goes, hey, you're going to be building a pyramid. Now, I don't know if people have been in the Amazon jungle, but there aren't a lot of rocks, standard rocks. So he was taking his sweet time going out into the jungle while this sergeant went on a patrol, a little day patrol. This South Korean, my homie, was going around thinking it wasn't going to be no big deal. He goes, picks up a few rocks, finds them, puts them in a bucket, walks. He's like kind of laughing it off. And this sergeant comes back and he sees the pyramid, which was pretty pathetic at the time. I mean, it was just a few pyramids, few rocks in a base. And he flipped out. I'm talking high order, started pushing my South Korean buddy. And he's like, oh, you're crazy. They're yelling. It's like kind of raining. I'm like looking at what is going on here. We're in an outpost in the middle of the jungle. It kind of calms down, but he pretty much goes, you better start getting on this rocks and da-da-da. So he kind of ups the tempo, but it was hilarious because he had my South Korean buddy doing monkey rolls back and forth in the mud, in the rain, in his camis, just in our little, like, it was like a makeshift kind of like muster area in front of this flagpole. And it was hilarious. It was kind of shitty for him, but looking back, it was pretty funny. I'm going, man, even on deployment out here, you ain't going to escape it. Now, we would go to these little supply runs across the Amazon to Suriname, into Suriname. We would cross, the border was the Amazon, and we'd go across, and there was like these little Chinese stores, bro. Nothing short of amazing, the logistical operations that some of these Chinese guys, but they would have a Chinese store. It was a convenience store. Ramen, cigarettes, all these things. And so we would go over there. I was with a dude from Belarus and a couple other places, and there was a whorehouse and stuff attached and a bar. Man, I go and grab a couple beers, and I'm just watching the boats, man. The rest of the extracurriculars weren't really my cup of tea, but dudes kind of fan out. And I'm watching the boats, drinking a beer. We get back in, and I'm kind of just chilling and in a good mood. And I hit my buddy. I'm like, hey, man, let's get a little, quick little picture. And he's like, no. And I'm like, what the hell happened? Come to find out, we were there with French Gendarmes, which are like a French international police. And they were actually embedded with us because they had some different diplomatic abilities or different jurisdictions. So they go with us. I guess one of our senior chiefs, for lack of a better equivalence, had come across one of our dudes doing a little cocaine deal. And so he comes across him, breaks it all up. I guess the gendarmes had got wind of it. They don't find anything, or at least I don't know how it kind of got ironed out. But on the way back, it's quiet. And I'm going, what the hell's going on? We get back onto our base, and there were some guys holding it down. We get back, it's knee-jerk military reaction, which everybody here who's been in the military knows. They get us in lines. They tell us they're searching all our bags. I guess somebody had had some weed on them and threw it in between the tents. They found that. And so then everybody's getting their bag searched. I'm like, shit, man. Like, I got nothing crazy, man, but I got some testosterone on me and whatever in the jungle, bro. You know, I had actually brought from France, man. And I'm going, damn, dude, they're gonna. And so I'm figured a quick way to do a quick little rope-a-dope. And luckily I did, because they walked with me into my tent. I just pulled a fucking little sleight of hand. But it was thinking, dude, even in the jungle, man, I'm gonna out here get rolled up. You know, think of the things we do to ourselves. Fast forward a few weeks. I don't remember why the officer got mad, but he was not happy with us in terms of uniforms. Pretty sure it was uniforms. Imagine that. Imagine in the French Foreign Legion, he was mad at the state of our uniforms, which it was a modified one in the jungle. So we muster in the morning, and what are we doing? Singing, marching. Everybody that knows, dude, we're out there in this little field that we had made with machetes and marching in a circle, singing, chanting, a petite chant, a little singing. And it was miserable. I was thinking, it's a bazillion degrees, which doesn't really bother me, but it was the state of, man, I thought I was working. Man, I thought I was working. I thought I was getting away from some of these fuck games. But no. And I just remember at those moments, man, this is exactly where I need to be, right? Dive into some of that stoicism. This is exactly where I need to be. Let's just embrace this moment. We'll laugh about it later. Miserable at the time. And I can dive into a ton more Legion punishments, just even in the jungle. But there's a lot of buffoonery in the Legion. You know, we had a sergeant get caught drunk. We had guys get caught fucking some of the native chicks. It was, and they got sent home. A couple of them got sent home. That dude who was in that thumbnail, right? I won't say which one, but he actually got sent home. He kind of lost it in the jungle, man. I don't know what it was. I don't know if he was putting on a show. He wanted to go back, but he kind of got fucked up and he got sent home. There was a handful of dudes that got sent home, and not just for disciplinary reasons. There was a handful of guys that did, but some psychological reasons, man. The jungle, l'infervere, green hell. Some people can't stand the pressure, right? The same water that hardens the egg softens the noodle. It's an important piece to remember in this life. And remember, dude, these moments in time, we look back at them and they're all required. All these seemingly insignificant or unimportant or frustrating moments are all part of this line of our destiny, man. If we walk it correct, right? Head up, shoulders back. Keep it moving, man. Take it on the chin if you do fuck up. And we just keep marching, bro. Be smart. Out here.